Hello. So last time I was on here, I didn't know it, but TikTok put a filter on and it made me look so white and like bright red lipstick. And I was trying to figure out, I'm like, why do I look like that? Because I didn't put a filter on, but it was like an automatic filter. So I'm not anemic or anything or pale. I just had a weird filter on. So I thought today it would be fun for me to do Ask Anything Fridays questions from last week, but also do my nails at the same time, because sometimes I do my nails and then people say, I wish you would do a tutorial on how to do your nails without doing a hyperlapse. And so we're gonna do both today. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to do gel nail wraps from Bubble Pop, and these are the ones I've been using for several months now. I love them so much. The only bad part is that they last so long that I want to switch my nails like every week, but these are still good from 3 weeks ago. Can you believe that? These have been on for 3 weeks and they would probably still be fine, but I want to switch them. I'm going to switch to these, and so I'm going to show you how I remove these, how I put these on, and we're also going to visit. So it's going to be a fun Q&A, and my kids are at grandparents' houses or taking a nap or just kind of hanging out. I hear some of them coming in right now. So it might get loud. But first question, have we ever used the storm shelter? We have used the storm shelter. So we live in northern Arkansas and we get tornado warnings on occasion. And so if we get a tornado warning, we definitely will go in the storm shelter. But if it's like a tornado watch or a thunderstorm watch, we don't go in there. But we definitely will take tornado warnings seriously, because we don't really want to mess around with tornado warnings. That means that a tornado has either been spotted on the ground near your area, or they've found one on radar. And one time I helped clean up after a tornado when we lived in the Little Rock area, and it was something that I would never have, I've never experienced, and you can't really describe it until you've seen it firsthand. It was unbelievable. Real quick, this is just cuticle oil, and so I'm just putting cuticle oil on my cuticles, but it also loosens the wrap that is on. So now I'm going to use the wood tool that comes with the gel wraps, and I'm just going to kind of push down my cuticles, and I'm also going to be using them to lift off the current nail wraps, and they'll just peel right off and they don't damage your nail. But anyway, I helped clean up after a tornado. It was near the Little Rock area. It was in like 2013 or so. And it was crazy. Like, the houses were off their foundations, and it was something that I was not really ready for. I couldn't believe it. And I don't think anyone actually got injured in that tornado, surprisingly, but it was unbelievable. So yes, we do use our storm shelter. When we built, we thought we were going to have a basement. That was on the plan. But whenever they started digging for our foundation, or for the basement, they hit like solid rock. It was just total ridge. And so they said, you can have a basement, but we're gonna have to jackhammer the whole thing, and it's gonna add a lot of time and a lot of money to your home. So tell us what to do. And we were like, the house is big enough as it is. So we decided not to do the basement, and the only thing that I was going to miss from the basement was the storm shelter. And so we made a spot up like on the first floor for the storm shelter behind the garage, kind of in this back corner. And it's a concrete wall. It's got concrete walls, and it's a safe place for tornadoes. So, but we've used it a few times, but thankfully we've never actually had a tornado here at our house. What is the shop? That's the next question. So the shop is a big building. It's like, I don't even know, 6,000 square feet or something. It's a big metal building, and that's where my husband and my father-in-law and the boys sometimes go there, but it's mainly for the grown men on our little homestead here. And like Sam, to keep all their tools, and they have their, like, just machinery, their tractors and boats and all their man stuff over there. But that's the shop. I use it, they have like a little attic in there, and I use it to store the kids' clothes after they've outgrown their clothes. I put them in bins, and then the kids will run them over to the attic space. So that's a project I'll probably end up doing in the spring, but I need to go through all of those bins at some point because there's just so many bins of outgrown clothes. Next question, what is dinner time like? So dinner time varies depending on the season. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just using this wooden tool to peel off the nails now. So I've pressed down the cuticles, and now I'm just going to use this tool to kind of lift, see how they just come off, lift the nail wraps off, and they just come right off.
Coming up into the camera.
Like that, they peel right off.
Coming up into the camera.
So dinner time depends on the season. Right now, we're in a season of basketball and volleyball, and so it depends on what's going on in the evenings, but usually dinner time is early around here. I usually have dinner ready by, sometimes even like 4:30, but usually by 5 I have dinner ready, and that's because when the kids come home from school, they are hungry, and I sometimes have snacks for them until dinner, but regardless, usually they're ready to eat by 5 o'clock. And I've found that with all the kids, we have 9 kids aging from 15 to 10 months, and it's hard to feed everybody the same thing and have everybody like the same foods. And so what I've found that works best for this season, even though some people think that it's like not the way I should do it, but it works for us, is that I just cook many different options that I know the kids will eat. So I might cook, you know, spaghetti, or I might make soup, and I might make all of these for the same dinner. So yes, I make like 3 or 5 different options, but this way everybody eats. Sure, I'll make that in just a minute. There's Rosie. Everybody eats this way. Everybody is fed. We waste less food this way, and we don't have leftovers, because if I make one thing and expect everybody to eat it, then we're gonna have leftovers. The leftovers are gonna go bad. Some of the kids aren't gonna eat it, and I'm still gonna end up making something else, because I'm not gonna let the kids like go to bed hungry. So it's a challenge though, but that's what I found that works best for us right now. Maybe one day the kids will all eat the same thing, but for right now, that's just the way that we do it. So on the nails, I've taken them all off. Those are my natural nails. They've grown out since I've had my nail wraps on, and that's one thing I love about the nail wraps, is that they last for 3 weeks and allow your natural nail to grow underneath. So I think that's really cool. So now I'm just using this cuticle trimmer tool, and I'm going to trim my cuticles. So that's what dinner time's like. And the other thing is sometimes, you know, a kiddo has a sport practice, and so they might join us later, and so a lot of times we don't sit and eat dinner together at like a table all together at the same time, but we'll eat at different times around the island in the kitchen, and we'll visit individually as we're eating. And then we'll get together after dinner in the living room, and we'll have the TV on, but we'll be visiting, or we'll visit right before bedtime. So it's not that we don't have quality time together, it's just we don't have a lot of quality time together during dinner, and I'm okay with that right now. Let's see, have you ever worn a step counter for fun? That's the next question. So one time I did have a step counter. It was either on my phone or on a watch. I had one of the like smart watches at one point, and then I'll get it. There's Rosie. Hey Sam, can you get Rosie a sandwich since I'm doing my nails? Thank you. Yeah. Sam will get it. And I don't remember how many steps I had, but I quit using the step counter because, are you being silly? Or I quit using the smartwatch because it was just really distracting. I'd have the watch on, and it was buzzing and beeping, and my phone was buzzing and beeping, and it was just like so distracting. So I quit using the smartwatch and all that. But I have been curious a few times, like how many steps would I get in just doing my day-to-day life in my house. I'd probably get a lot of steps some days, especially like the days like after a snow break like we have. What are you doing? Like we have right now. Whenever the kids go back to school and I do the after the snowstorm cleaning, then I'm probably gonna get a lot of steps in, probably. All right, no, sorry, Bubba. Next question. Do you have farm animals? We do have farm animals. Sometimes we'll have cows.
We have a cow right now.
We have a cow right now. So the cows are Liam and Grampy Norm's thing. The farm animals are. I don't really do much with the farm animals. I could not wrap my mind around doing all this plus the farm animal stuff. But we have a cow right now. Sometimes we have a few cows. We have chickens. We love the chickens. I love getting, she just wants Nutella on it.
I'm taking it.
Okay, Grampy Norm made those
Yeah, no, I ate like
cookies.
5.
Sometimes we have farm eggs. Right now it's kind of cold, so they're not laying a lot of eggs. We have bunnies. Stop being silly, Liam. He's making silly noises. We have bunnies. And what else do we have? Sometimes we have pigs. But my favorite are the chickens. What are your favorites, Rozzy? Do you like the bunnies?
Dude, I had a minor heart attack.
I love the little chicken.
The little chickens, yes, they're fun. So yeah, we have a few farm animals. It's good for the kids.
Look.
The boys are checking. Oh, that's funny. Show that picture. The boys are checking their cameras they have for deer. What's this? Deer cameras, and there's like a deer with antlers right up in the camera. That's funny. Yeah, we've got some big deer around here. The boys always love looking at their cameras. Let's see. Is Lucas an only child? No, he's the oldest. He has a younger brother who's 3.5 years younger than him. And then I have a younger sister who's 3.5 years younger than me. How do I stay so calm? So I could say many, many things for that, but I would say just age and having a lot of children actually helps me stay calm. I think I was less calm the younger I was with fewer children, and also just staying close to God, praying, and just realizing that just the more years that I have with multiple children, and just the more I am a mom to multiple kids and seeing their stages, and it puts things in perspective, and I just have a perspective of not getting upset about things that really don't matter. So I pick my battles, and there aren't many battles that I pick. And I always say that I don't like how getting angry feels to me. So in a way, it's selfish that I don't get angry, because I don't like how angry feels, and so I won't get angry. So it's kind of about that too. I just choose to stay calm because I like how I feel when I'm calm. So yeah. Do I do yoga or workout? No, I don't do yoga. I don't really work out. Excuse me. I always say my day-to-day life is my workout. So I clean my own house. My house is 10,000 square feet. It's a big house. We have 9 kids. They keep me busy. And like right now I'm sitting down to go live, but I rarely sit down. I'm always doing something. And a lot of times if I'm going up the stairs, I have my arms full of something and I'm taking the stairs 2 by 2. So I don't usually do things like slow or calm or slow paced. I'm usually like hustling and taking stairs 2 by 2 and just kind of stuff like that. So my day-to-day life is my workout. Okay, so right now on the nails, what I'm doing is I'm just preparing my nails for the nail wrap. So I'm kind of doing like a little bit of a manicure right now. I'm just kind of preparing them, just getting my cuticles ready, getting my nails ready to eventually do the nail wraps. That's what I'm doing. And there's sweet little Rosie. Rosie's waiting to go to Grammy K's house. She wants to go over there, and I think one of the boys might bring her over there on a sled, and that way you don't have to get your boots and feet dirty or cold and wet. All right, next question. Do the kids go to school on rainy or snow days? So they do go to school on rainy days. I don't think they've ever not gone to school because of rain, but they don't go on snow days. We don't have school if there's really any snow on the ground. There's been a few times where they've had snow and school, but usually if there's snow, then we're not having school. So we didn't have school today. But I mean, the roads are covered, and there's like 5 inches of snow. And then they also called it off for tomorrow. So, yeah, no school. But I still do homeschool with Cora. She's in preschool, and I do homeschool the preschool kids, and snow doesn't affect our homeschool plans. We still do homeschool, even if it's snowy. That's one benefit of homeschool, is the weather doesn't matter. You can still continue to homeschool. My sweet girl. Next question. Oh, that was the next question. Do I take off snow days for homeschool? So no, we don't. We continue on. What is the litter box that we use? We use a litter box called Pet Safe, and it is an automatic litter box, and it's used with crystals, litter crystals, and we have 3 cats that use it, and I change it about once a week. Whoop. But it's really easy to change. It's an automatic litter box, and we really like it. It's called Pet Safe, and it automatically kind of scoops the litter contents into an area that makes it not smell, and just kind of makes it easy to clean. All right, Rosie wants to join us. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm using this alcohol prep pad to just get that comes with the nail wraps. This is just a filing, nail file, and then the wooden tool to kind of press down the nails. So you can have it if you want, because I already have one. But you can't use them because you've got mittens on. So I'm just using the alcohol prep pad to prep the nails, make sure there's not anything on my nails before I use the nail wraps. And this is a really important step, to get everything off the nails before you put on the nail wraps, or they won't stick. All right, so the next question is Jenna still with Gus? Yes, she is. They're so sweet together. I think they've been together like 5 or 6 months now. So we love having Gus around, and they're a sweet couple. I've said this before, but that is an area that I seriously prayed about for so long before it happened. And it's just the best case scenario. They're just a great couple. It's a great, it's just good. I'm very, very happy with how that first relationship and our first dating experience for our kids is going. It's really good. All right, next question. How many dogs and cats do we have?
I know one.
We have Annie is our German Shepherd.
I know one.
We have Hildy.
I know one.
Which one do you know?
Veda.
Veda is a cat.
And Benny Jr.
Benny Jr. is a cat. And Holly is a cat.
There's 2 Bens.
2 Ben. We have a Ben, and then Benny named a cat, Benny Jr. So we have 3. Oh, Sam said he's going to take you. That's so nice. All right, are you going to bring Cora back? Yeah. All right, so do you want to bring a blanket? Sam's going to take Rosie over to Grammy K's on the sled. That's really cute. Have fun. And then bring Cora back. So, that's funny. Anyway, so we have 1 dog and we have 3 indoor cats, 1 outdoor cat right now. Are we going to have another baby? That's the question everybody is asking. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm 42. I'm 42. Lucas is 43. And so with most of the kids, I would have a baby, and then 9 months later, I would be pregnant with the next baby 9 or 10 months later. And so after Cora, we didn't have another baby for 3 years. It just happened like that. And so Bo came along 3 years later, and so now Bo is 10 months old. So who knows? It might be now, it might be 3 years, it may never happen, I don't know, but I am okay with whatever the plan is on that. Let's see, next question. How do I keep up with the kids? So as far as, there's so many different ways you can answer that. As far as like calendar stuff, I use an online calendar and a written calendar, and I've recently made my own downloadable calendars on our Etsy store. It's called the Bradley Bunch Shop, and I have all of my weekly downloads on there, and that really helps me stay organized from day to day, week to week, and it kind of helps me plan for the kids. But I also use my calendar on my phone, just regular phone calendar, to keep up with all the kids. And some days I look at the calendar and I'm like, how is this going to work? But I'm thankful that we have my parents here and my husband's parents here, and they all help transport the kids to and from their events, all their sporting things. And it just always ends up working out. We always just kind of figure it out. So that's how I keep up with their activities. Now, how I keep up with them as far as like right now, sometimes I'll like, they're all home right now, but sometimes they're here, there, and everywhere at grandparents' houses and outside, and every once in a while I'll sit there and be like, okay, where's Jenna, where's Sam, where's Liam, where, you know, and do a roll call. But they always pair up, and usually they are together, not all of them at the same time, but usually like 2 or 3 of them are together, and they're always either at one grandparent's house or another grandparent's, or at the playground, or upstairs, or in the woods. I mean, they're all over the place. But right now it's a snow day, and most of them are here, and some of them are at different grandparents' houses. Okay, so what I did right now is I put these gloves on. These are UV gloves. My nails are ready for, they've been kind of manicured, and now they're ready for the gel wrap. So here's the gel wrap. They have a round end and kind of a more square end, and so you just pick the one that fits your nails the best and you put it on there. And it's really important to use the wooden tool to kind of press them down, make sure that they're on really good, and then you clip the top of them to make sure that they fit. And you do that for all your nails, and then after that you put them under the UV light. So right now I'm just going to go through and pick out the size that I need for each of my nails. So next question was, how do I keep up with the kids? But as far as like, so as far as like, you know, keeping up with them that way, you know, I just, I use my calendar, and I just,
We're gonna go.
okay, be careful. They're going to Grammy's. I always just kind of know where they are, and, but as far as like keeping up with them physically, like how do you keep up with them? My kids give me energy, and I have always kind of just been a high energy person. And as my kids get older, they are so incredibly helpful with the younger kids. Like right now, Sam is bringing Roz over to Grammy K's, and then he's going to bring Cora back, and he's going to bring her on a sled. And so like the big kids really help me a lot with the smaller kids. And it's not that, you know, I'm forcing them to help or they don't want to help. They like genuinely just, they want to help, and they see a need and they just do it. And I'm just so proud of the way that they've grown, and their hearts for their siblings. And they're not raising their siblings. A lot of people say that with large families. Oh, the older ones raise the younger ones. That's not how it is. They genuinely like love their siblings, and they want to help out with them. And that helps me be able to keep up with my kids, because they are also helping me as well. And in some ways, 9 kids feels...
You and Cora are here.
Oh, okay. Hey, are you cold? In some ways, 9 kids feels not as stressful as when we had 4 or 5 small kids. So I just love watching them. I love their bonds, and it's just the most rewarding, awesome thing. Hey, Cora. Oh, you look so cold. Oh, do you want to say hi? I'm going live right now. You want to say hi? Here's Cora. Where is she? There she is. There's Cora. Next question. Do I have a nanny? No, I don't have a nanny. I do it all on my own, and because I want to. But I did mention though, like we do live on a homestead. Like we have my parents, we have my husband's parents, and they all do a little. They like right now the kids. Some of them are over there, some of them are here. Okay, honey. When the kids need to go somewhere, they pitch in, they help out. So I don't have a nanny, but our family does help me, and I appreciate them a lot. Will you? Someone said, will you pray for followers if they send requests? Absolutely, I do that all the time. People will send me prayer requests, and I'm always happy to pray for somebody if they need prayer. Absolutely. Will we ever add to our home? Will we add more bedrooms, bathrooms, etc.? That was the question. I don't think so. Our bedrooms are always evolving. Our home. Okay, I'll do it in just a second. Our bedrooms are always evolving. We have 7 bedrooms. Actually 8 bedrooms. We made one upstairs living room into a bedroom. So we have 8 sleeping areas. There's 11 people, so there's 2 rooms that have more than 1 kid, but everybody else, oh yeah, everybody else has their own room. And I mean, it's weird to think, but Jenna goes to college in, hey silly girl, Jenna goes to college in just a few years. You're silly. And then her room will probably become her room will probably become somebody else's room, and then and then so on and so forth when Sam goes to college, and then Liam, so if we added rooms now, I feel like we would end up with this big open house, and we expect them to come back, of course, and they'll visit, but I don't think we need to add more bedrooms. We just double up. And a lot of times people say, well, why do the kids share rooms and some don't? Like, how did you decide who shares and all that? And we actually let the kids decide that. So Liam and Ben share a room, and then Evie and Raj share a room. And that works really well. You want to turn it down a little bit? And that works really well. And it just, they're a good pair. And so right now we've got plenty of bathrooms. We have 5.5 bathrooms, and like I just couldn't even imagine cleaning more than that, really. So no, we're not going to add on. We are planning on maybe adding another garage. We have 3-car garage right now, and one of the stalls is my photo studio. So we really have 2 cars in the garage, and we have our sports car in one stall and my van in the other stall. So when Jenna drives and then Lucas has a few trucks, they're all outside. So it would be nice to have a garage with more stalls, and so we might be adding a garage this year or pretty soon, so we can have more vehicles in the garage, because that is nice to have more garage space. But that's the only plan for that. Next question. Can downloads be edited? All the downloads that I'm doing, can they be edited? So I have them saved. After you buy the downloads on our Etsy shop, they're saved in a PDF print format that makes it very very nice for printing. It's good quality for printing. And some people have told me that they have an Adobe Acrobat app on their phone, and they can edit the text and kind of customize them a little bit on the Adobe Acrobat app on their phone. So I think they can be edited, but if you download them and you don't have that, or you don't know how to edit them, you can always just print them, and then you can use old-fashioned whiteout and a pen and just write over them or make them your own that way. But I tried to make the forms very user-friendly so that they apply to most people, like as far as the weekly planners, the daily planners. I didn't make it so they're only for large families, or so that they're only for, larger homes or things like that. I tried to make all of the forms and all of the documents pretty universal so that they apply to the majority of people. What does my sister do? That's another question. So my sister lives in Denver, and she is a nurse, and she's done that for a long time now. I think she's technically a travel nurse, or no, she was a travel nurse. Now she's working at a veterans hospital, but she traveled. She was in travel status, but she stayed in one spot for quite a while, and she's done that for a long time now. How much snow do we normally get? That's the next question. So we get usually a few, 2 to 3, I would say, snows per year. And this is our first big snow. Like the last snow that we got was it was just kind of a dusting, and it was pretty, and it was big flakes, but it didn't stick. It didn't stay around. And this snow definitely stuck. We have, I think, probably 5 or 6 inches of snow right now. And it's really pretty. But we usually get about 2 to 3 big snowfalls a year, usually ranging anywhere from like 2 inches to like 6 to 8 inches. So this is one of the bigger snowfalls that we've had. All right, so on the nails, what I've done now is I have put all the gel wraps on my nails, and I've clipped them to be the right length. And next, what I'm going to do is use this tool here and just really press them down as well as I can to make sure that all the sides are going to stick. And then once that is done, I'm going to just put my hand in the UV light that I have, and it's going to go for 60 seconds. And then after that, I'll do it in a minute, sweetie. And then after that, I just file the tops, and then they're done. So right now, I'm just going to go through and press these down. All right, next question here. How do I get the house planning list? Was the question. So that is on our Etsy shop, and what I think they're referring to is my cleaning list. So I clean our house by myself. I used to have a cleaning lady, and she did a great job, but I love cleaning my house by myself, and I know that's weird, but I think there's a lot of women who like to do that as well, because I've heard from several. But I love cleaning my own home, and I love just maintaining it myself, and I made a checklist, and that makes it manageable for me. And so I shared that with other people, and I think they're also finding it helpful for them. But that's on our Etsy store, and I'll try to figure out how to link that on here on TikTok. But you go to Etsy, our store is called the Bradley Bunch Store, and I also have our shop linked on our Instagram links, and our I don't think I have it on Facebook yet, but it's on our Instagram links, and it's just called our Etsy store. So, and our Instagram page, if you're watching this not on Instagram, is the Bradley Bunch Adventures is our Instagram page. When and why did I stop drinking alcohol? That's the next question. So I think it was 2020. I just decided that there was no point to it. And so I used to drink alcohol with friends and socially, and like I never had a problem with alcohol. I I just didn't think it fit in my life anymore. And I was just thinking one day just that, you know, people that are alcoholics or people that do have problems with alcohol, they never like wanted that to happen. They never set out to drink alcohol and have it be a problem in their life or have it affect their children and their jobs and their marriages. But it does because it's addictive. And so I thought about that, and just one day I was like, you know, there's no point to this, and I don't want my kids to, so now I'm using the UV light. I've put my hand in here, but I don't want my kids to think that they need to drink alcohol with friends or drink socially. And then I thought to myself, what if my example is something they follow and then they become an alcoholic, or alcohol becomes a problem in their life, and I don't want to be the reason that they ever started that in the first place. And here's Inga. The same with anything addictive. Like if you don't start it, then you'll never have a problem with it. So I could go on and on about that topic, but I just chose that alcohol made no sense in my life, and my page was growing on Instagram, and I didn't want to also be an influence to other people in that way. And other people think, oh, Carla drinks socially, she drinks around her kids, and everything's fine, so I can do that. But maybe they can't do that. Maybe they try that, and it's not something they can stop, or it's something that they can just handle just with friends. And I don't want to be the reason that someone ever started that, because I've seen families fall apart because of alcohol. I've seen people lose their jobs. I've heard from people who have lost their kids. I mean, alcohol is addictive, and it's something that is not something that I want to mess with and want to encourage other people to mess with. So, Inga. So I just set an example then and there and said, you know what? I'm not going to drink around my kids. I'm not going to drink socially. I'm just not going to drink ever. And I just didn't. So everything's been fine, and I still go to events with friends, and I still go to Christmas parties and New Year's parties, and I don't drink, and it's fine. So I would encourage other people to do the same if they have not. You'll be fine, and you'll just feel better about yourself too. Okay, so next on the nails, I've cured them with the UV light. Now I'm going to file them with this nail file. Next question, what is the bed size recommendation for a 2-year-old? So sometimes we've used toddler beds, and then other times we've used, just a twin size bed, and I use these crib, or these bed, like, what do you call them? Like borders on the sides of their bed, and it helps the child not roll off the bed. And bed bumpers, that's what they're called, bed bumpers. And so that's probably what we'll do with Bo. I don't know if we'll use a toddler bed, but sometimes we just go straight to a twin bed. And sometimes I will just put the mattress on the floor, because I think that the kids like that comfort of just being like right there. And other times we've used an actual bed. So it just kind of depends. I don't know what we'll do with Bo. Right now he loves his crib, and that's working. We've also had kids that have loved their crib so much that they stay in their crib until they're like 2.5, 3, and there's nothing wrong with that either. So I think with sleep, the most important thing is just that the kid likes their sleeping space and they're safe. So why not? Okay, so now I filed my nails. That's what they look like. And these are going to be on for about 3 weeks now. And looks like I went to the salon, but really I just sat here and visited with you and did my nails. All right, I'm almost done with the questions here. I still have a ton more, but I'll have to do that on a whole nother session because I've talked a lot here. Oh yeah, I don't know. So, am I close with my sister? Yes, she lives in Denver, but we talk. We use Marco Polo. It's an app, and we talk on that, and we see her a few times a year. But she's awesome, and we all love Aunt Emily. How how do we see your house tour? Somebody asked. So I saved our house tour on our Instagram under a highlight called New House Tour. So if you go to our Instagram, the Bradley Bunch Adventures, you can see our updated house tour. And there's the house tour. So now I'm just using some lotion on my hands.
Okay, we get it. Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
And my nails are all done now.
No, you put that back. It's not your Cora.
I think that's all for now. All the questions. Okay.
It's chocolate.
Hope you enjoyed our visit. And now you know how to do your nails with Bubble Pop nails. And it didn't take very long either. So, all right.
I'm
Hope
so
everyone.
tall.
You are very tall. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day.
See, I'm so tall. I loved it.